of people out there last time we talked.
How many views you get?
That was over 200,000 just on TikTok. We're not going to go to Instagram, YouTube. This man predicted the Bud and Canelo fight. He said that, man, Bud can win this fight big, and you were right, man. Now, just looking back at that fight, you envisioned that, but just talk about it, man, because you understood the science of what could actually happen.
Hey, listen, man, I got to call it like I see it. When I was studying Bud, and I've been calling Canelo fights since 2018, and I know that he's slowing down. I know Canelo, he's had a lot of wars. He's been fighting since he was 15 years old, over 70 fights or whatever it is. The man has a lot of wear and tear. Bud, on the other hand, has no wear and tear. He was actually the older fighter, but he fought like the younger fighter, fresher legs, longer arms. And he just fought picture perfect, man. You have to fight off Canelo, but you also have to box him, and he did a little bit of both. And we're watching all-time greatness with Bud Crawford, like Roberto Duran greatness. I'm talking about all-time greatness. That's what we're watching with Bud. I'm not saying he's better than Manos de Piedra, but you can start mentioning him along those lines.
I love it, man. So obviously this weekend we got a young guy in Vergil Ortiz fighting a guy like Lubin Vet. Man, Vergil's the next guy in line, but like for you in this fight, what do you see?
Well, look, when this fight first got announced, I said, man, Lubin is chinny. I think Lubin is chinny. I think he's going to put up a good fight, but he just doesn't have the punch resistance. He's a little bit gun shy. But that was before I started studying his last two fights, especially the one against Jesus Ramos, with similar stature to Vergil Ortiz. Same style, he's a southpaw, but same style, same power, same aggression, same combinations. I love the way that Lubin made adjustments. He's not just a power puncher now. He's not just overloading on shots. If his chin holds up, that's the main thing. If Lubin's chin holds up, we got ourselves a potential upset, man. Only if his chin holds up. But if he gets cracked and he starts, shelling up and just waiting to go to the decision, then Vergil's going to mow him down.
So forward thinking, obviously, Ortiz, this fight has many implications. As we heard, the name that comes up is Ennis, Philly guy, right? For you, we love to see the big fights. Obviously, that will probably be one of the bigger fights next year. Seeing a possibility of Vergil versus like Jaron, Boots. How do you feel about that?
I see it kind of similar to Bud and Canelo, where we got a guy in Boots, but Boots gets hit a lot more than Bud. That's the only difference. But we know he could take a shot. But if he comes in correct, punching from that southpaw stance, the orthodox stance, jabbing, using the entire ring, checking the tough guy, the Philly tough guy in him, I could see him having a lot of success in banking rounds against Vergil Ortiz. But if he decides to exchange with him, and that could be a different story. So it all depends on what boots. We got the boxer boots, the strategy all the way to the end, comfortable with the decision, or the Philly style comes out of him, and then that's when he gets in trouble.
Two quick questions, man. So we saw Bud, what he did this year, but we also saw a guy like Usyk. And to me, I thought that was just utterly impressive. From a cruiserweight standpoint, we talk about guys like in history, Holyfield. This guy's arguably maybe the greatest cruiserweight we've ever seen. Can you talk about what you saw from that guy and Usyk, man, and just the performance he put on?
Like Bud Crawford, we're watching all-time greatness where he's cleaning out divisions, man. I mean, you don't really see that. Evander Holyfield was all-time great, but then you got to remember, Evander Holyfield didn't win a gold medal. He got a bronze. This guy got he's a perfect record from the gold medal to cleaning out cruiserweight, undisputed, cleaning out the heavyweight division. I mean, who does that? Who does that? So in the four-belt era, Bud Crawford's the only one doing it, but this man from the Ukraine, Usyk the Great, he's doing with a lot of, he's doing something that we've never seen before.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is my last question for you, so we're going to switch sports a little bit. You're a Dodger fan, right?
Man, I'm Mexican, from L.A., of course.
Okay.
I'll get slapped if I say no.
Okay, man, I want your reaction, man, because we got the top of the night, we got Miguel Rojas up, and it happens. And then, of course, Will Smith does the thing. For you as a Dodger fan, I saw the Instagram. Yeah, it was gloated. It was time to gloat. The haters were hating, right? But just for you, being a Dodger fan, seeing, through adversity, seeing Yamamoto's performance. Obviously, we've seen Shohei, what he did throughout the whole year. Just talk about that, you being a Dodger fan.
Well, look, man, that game that went 18 innings, man, I watched the entire thing. I was dozing off. I drank a little bit too many beers. I was dozing off, but I watched the entire thing. It was entertaining from beginning to end. And the fact that we had Miguel Rojas, 3-2 count, I mean, he was just that home run. You love seeing it, man. It was like Kirk Gibson type feeling. I remember being 8 years old when Kirk Gibson did it. I wasn't a Dodger fan then, but I remember my tios and tias watching that. I remember that, and it reminded me of that Kirk Gibson moment, man. It was chills. And watching it in Mexico, watching this Mexican do it when he was cold, man. He wasn't doing nothing. And he shined when it was time to shine. Shit, it gives me chills right now. I loved it, man.
Well, man, you know what? For you, man, I want to tell you again, thank you, and man. And looking in the camera when I say this, when it comes to boxing knowledge, when the guys you need to listen to, this is the man here, man. Once again, the comments were real crazy when I posted that. Afterwards, it's been pretty quiet and a lot of remorse, man.
Hey, listen, in the words of Leonard Elby, you heard him. You heard him.